Guys, this is my first podcast and I'm a little bit excited, little bit happy, and little bit nervous because of course this is my first podcast, and first thing which I want to recommend you to use the headphone or earphone. You can use it anything, just because of if you use the headphone and earphone, you can free from every noise around you and you can listen me clearly. If you use this, then you can understand what I want to tell you and what I want to share with you clearly. And the second thing is that maybe you are in, if you listen the clearly what I want to tell you, and if you understand. I know so many people here who want to learn English. That's why they are here. So if you are not listening it clearly, how can you learn it and how can you understand it? If you are not understand it, if you are not learn it, listening it clearly, so it's a 90% chance you can leave it. Yes, you are not do it and you will leave it very fast. So just try. I just recommend you and it's your choice. And I just want to recommend you headphone or earphone, you can use it anything. So this is the first podcast which I want to share with you, and my also first podcast. And the and the benefits of podcasts I just want to share with you, that is, first, you can learn English. Yeah, I know so many people here listen the podcast. I'm not telling that 100%, I'm just saying that so many people who listen the podcast just because of learn English. So many people, so many people who listen the podcast just because of trying to gain something knowledge. And so the podcast, the two things you have, that one, you can learn English, and the second thing is that you can know something about what you don't know. If you know that, okay, just listen and learn English. That's okay. The Start the podcast. Here I am, and just start the pod. I don't know what should I say to you because there is no script and I am not a train. Just I am not a friend and there is no script. Whatever I am going to tell you and what will I say to you, this is come from my heart, and this is just my own in my mind. And I whatever come in my mind and I just say to you, I just try to real it, not a just reality. I'm not trying to make it real. Okay, today we are going to share with you about the resolution. Yes, this is the thing which I always do and every time break it. Yes, yeah, that's true. And every person, if someone says that to me that I make my resolution and never break it, I think that he's a human or not. I think he's a robot or machine. I just think about that. Okay, if I just what I share with you, that is, oh, resolution. Yeah, my resolution every day, not every time. I just whenever I get up in the morning, I just, and I have said why I get up late, because 8 in the morning is think late because I when I sleep I think that I will get up in the morning early, but I late. I will late. So I says to myself that okay, I make my resolution. Okay, I'll get up early in the morning tomorrow and break it just because of my habit. Every person have their habits and every person make their resolution, not saying, not in written, but their own self, they make it their resolution and try to not break it. But sometimes we are break it. Why? Because we are human. And I know it's, we think that it's wrong, but it's not a wrong. If we're not doing the mistake, then how can we learn it? If we're doing some mistake, then we are learning, and then we are teach, then we can teach our children and someone else. But that's not the part of our resolution. The resolution, I just share with you my story. My story is that every work what I do, every work I says to myself that okay, I make my resolution and I says to myself that okay, I will do that. And I just have some bad habits and I says to myself that I will not do it again. But that is the habit. Yeah, that's the habit. And why it become my habit? Because whenever I do that, I feel happy. And you can say it, what you says that you can say it pleasure. Yeah, I have a pleasure whenever I do that things. I have a pleasure. So that's pleasure. I can do that. Whenever I says to myself that I will not do it again, whenever I when I do that doing things and I says to myself that I will not do it again, but only today, only today, and next day I will not do it again. And next day what become, no, next day it become today. So one thing which I learned in that mistake, that is tomorrow never come. Whatever you have is today. You can't do it, you can't do it anything tomorrow, because tomorrow never come in your life. Whatever you have, whatever you want to do in your life, you can do it today, not tomorrow, because tomorrow never come. Tomorrow is just like your imagination. You think and you can say it yourself, you can calm yourself. Okay, today is not, I can't do it. You tomorrow, I don't say is that tomorrow is wrong, but it's just like calm to yourself. Yeah, you can calm yourself. You can think yourself that okay, we'll do it, we can do it. But it's not easy, and it's not come, because tomorrow never come. Tomorrow will never come. Whatever have, whatever you want to do in your life, if you want to do something in your life, or achieve something in your life, do it today or not today. It's the time, because sometimes we says to ourselves okay today, but not now. Yeah, not now, we'll do it sometimes later, like 1 hour later, 2 hour later. Exactly the same. When okay, just one thing which I always do to myself, that is when I get up in the morning, I says to myself okay, I'll get up after 5 minutes. Yeah, every time I says to myself after 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, and that's 5 minutes never come. Yeah, that's 5 minutes. I don't know how it become a 1 hour. I don't know. And when it become a 1 hour, I realized to myself and feel bad about it. And what can I do about that? I says to myself that okay, I'll do it later. Next time I'll not do it to myself. That is, and stick. And how can I stick to myself? Because I'm not a robot, I'm a human. And one thing which I learned, that tomorrow never come. If you if you are doing something in your life, then says to yourself one thing, that is okay, I want to do it, and it's very important to me. Okay, so why not, why I'll do it, I'm doing it now, not tomorrow, not sometimes later, not 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, not. I'm doing it now. And when it finished, I'm doing whatever, I'll do it, whatever I want to do. You can do whatever you want to do, but first says to yourself okay, first I have to do it, because it's important to me and it's urgent. Yeah, some, you know what, something urgent, the difference between urgent and important. Yeah, important things we can later, we can say to ourselves that okay, I'll do it later. But the urgent thing, if it is not important but we are doing it now, why? Because it's urgent. So whatever you want to do in your life, make it urgent. Says to yourself that it is urgent, so that you can do, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in your life. You can do whatever you do in your life. Do that things what you want to do, and make it urgent, because important things is important, it's important, but you can't do it, you will not do it in your life, because if they are not urgent, we humans doing the things what is urgent. not important. Yeah, we human like that. We, it's a mechanical problem we have. So try to understand their problem, and I just try to say it what I have problem. I think that we human are the same, and whatever I have, not 90%, I just try to think about 90%. I'm not saying that's 100%, but 90% human are the same. And what problem I have, I think that many people have that problem. They go through the same problem. So I just try to help them and try to say them that that's the solution their problem, and try to do that, and just try to do it now. Whatever you want to do in your life, just try to do it now. Not try to say yourself, yeah, I know your mind says to yourself that I'll do it later, but try to say your mind it's urgent, I have to do it now, and I'll do it whatever now I want to do. I think maybe your mind says to yourself that okay, try to take a rest sometimes and do it later. Says to your mind that okay, I'll do it rest, but sometimes later. First I have to do that because it's urgent, and then after I'll do it rest. Okay, say, try to say yourself mind and your own self, try to say it, and your problem is solved. Because we human not a machine, and that's the chemical problem we have. We human are the same, and every person go through this problem. And I just try to say it that don't try to say yourself will do it later. Whatever you want to do in your life, do it now, because time will never come. It's the important things, and that is the first podcast. I have so many things to share with you, but this is the first podcast. I just try to make it little little short. So just this is okay. Thank you.